Hey guys and gals, it's me, Camden, on Channel Camden. And yes, I've seen the recent film, Thundercat, the most recent Marvel movie with some of the anti-heroes and misfits of the Marvel Universe that we've seen in some other movies and shows before come together to face a big threat. And a lot of people like it, and I gotta say, I like it too. A good time watching this, actually. And the thing is, when it was first announced, I was like, oh, they're making a Thunderbolts movie. Interesting, I guess. And then I saw the roster, I was like, oh, just knock off Captain America's and people with guns. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Yeah, I was proven wrong. You know, even by watching the trailer, I was like, okay, my mind has changed. Never mind. Characters have been introduced after Endgame, like U.S. Agent and Yelena and Red Guardian. And it was nice to see a different side of them that we didn't get to see before, and things that we've seen a little bit of in some of the other stuff that came out in the past years. But we got to see more of that. Like, we got to see a certain part of them. I was like, oh okay, interesting. And with them, they kind of tackle and with subjects relating to mental health. And there were certain scenes I was like, oh, dang. Sometimes you just wonder, you're like, man, are they really going to end it all at this point? Like, oh my god. There always talks about how lonely they are and how they're terrible people. They ain't nothing. They just dumb, stupid, cast aside. Nobody likes them. They're expendable. You have John Walker, him having to deal with his wife leaving him and taking his son. Because, he's so obsessed with watching TikTok edits of him, when he used to be, fake Captain America. Until Papa Doc beat him up. And he's, very sad and everything. And everyone just pokes fun at him. How he's just, dude, you're not Steve Rogers, bro. Sit down. He still has that short temper that he did in the Disney Plus series. And how Elaine calls him Junior Varsity Captain America. Pretty much the protagonist is, well, they're protagonists because, they're a team. And most of them do get equal screen time. Most of them. If you know. If you've seen the movie, you already know about most of them. I don't know. It's not that much of a task to figure out who I'm talking about. But it seems like somewhat the protagonist is kind of Yelena Belova, played by Florence Pugh. She does a great job. I mean, Florence Pugh is a great actress in general. But here, I liked Yelena and the other, projects she's been in. But here I was like, oh, wow, she's really cool. Her interacting with Bob, aka Sentry, played by Euless Pullman. And them two interacting is great. Well, in general, the team have everyone in this movie have great interactions with one another. They have genuine chemistry, which is something you should get right with a superhero, with a comic book movie about a team. Chemistry. Do y'all know what chemistry is? Hey, chemistry. So now people ship Yelena and Bob. Bob, great in this movie. I heard Sentry was going to be in this movie, and I was like, now, how are people with guns and, shields gonna take out Sentry? How is that even feasible? How is that? Also, Stephen Yeun was gonna play Sentry, but, he was kind of busy being a certain other comic book character that's in red, blue, and black, and he can fly. Said earlier with chemistry, them interacting is very fun. It brings a smile to my face. Of course, every Marvel team interacts with each other differently. The Avengers interact differently from the way the X-Men interact, and the X-Men interact differently from the way the Guardians of the Galaxy interact. Bolts are not particularly goody old selves, analogous in this movie. They're like, we're not the ones to save the world. Matter of fact, some of us got beat up by past Avengers. Of course, later on, they start figuring out that, we'll figure this out our own way. And they do figure this out their own way in the third act, with them connecting with their own trauma and them just conversating one another, and you still get a bit of that punch, kick, CGI jump that you expect, but here it's kind of in a different way. It's nice to see Bucky tag along like for the ride, and he's like, man, why am I with these people? Why am I with these people? But he's kind of like somewhat chill at the same time. He's like, you know, you guys can stop them. And yeah, I'm traumatized. I've been through stuff. The character that we're most used to out of that whole, you know, line.
Armed and dangerous, again.
And one thing about Sentry, I thought they were gonna like do like a flashback where they're gonna, cause you know, if you know like some of the stuff in the comics, I thought they were gonna like do the Avengers Circle scene, but just Photoshop Sentry on there, or maybe they're, or maybe like at the airport scene in Civil War, he's just like there. Can you imagine if they did that? Still remembering that Red Guardian in the comics isn't Black Widow's dad, and he's her old boyfriend. And there's something in the movie that's kind of like a marketing thing now. That was at the end of the movie. I was just like, huh. It'll be interesting with where that goes. Especially like with the mid-credit scene. Because recently, with most mid-credit scenes in the MCU, I kind of just been like, okay. Harry Styles, yeah, it's crazy. Hercules is about to fight Thor, yeah. Oh, wow, look at all those Jonathan Majors, yeah, very, very interesting. Here, there's something that, it was kind of just like, oh, I'm ready. Like, I'm just like, oh, okay, like, all right, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do. All right. Carries over to the next few movies that they will drop, and I was just like, oh, like it was direct. It was just like but it intrigues you. It isn't like, hey guys, look, here's Moon Boy and Devil Dinosaur. They're gonna show up when we feel like it, and especially since these characters are going to be in Avengers Doomsday. It does leave me wondering. Overall, I really enjoyed the movie. It was very nice. Had a big smile on my face while it was over. But also leave me intrigued to what will happen. Please. Also, random, but I'm ready for it. Like, I'm really ready for the next movie they're dropping this year. Which I hopefully don't movie. Please. Please be good. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I recommend it. Go watch Thunderbolts. You'll have a pretty good time. I mean, you might even take this movie as some sort of therapy session.